Hello, everyone. Welcome to another recording with Beyond 1800 with BTS. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. Well, I am thrilled to bring you a different kind of video, okay? This is an exceptional, shall we say, opportunity. It's a representation of not only a very promising generation, but it's about speaking up, having a voice in an international or global platform with not quite the usual audience, okay, that this person, well, we know it's going to be a BTS member, is used to, okay? Now, BTS has used their platform for several issues. They've campaigned for youth representation, particularly in terms of issues pertaining to mental health, to stop violence against youth, to promote well-being and mental health of youth. And that was with UNICEF. And they did this campaign of love yourself, speak yourself, this advocacy of not being afraid to speak up and, yes, to fight against any form of violence that the young and the youth face. This has been going on for a number of years, okay? I think it started in 2017, and I think they just finished this long advocacy and this long campaign recently, okay, this project. They've spoken at the UN General Assembly, I think, 3 times now. And then they've also spoken about environmental health, climate change. They also have talked about Asian representation and anti-Asian hate at the White House. They just have been very, very wonderful and sincere advocates for youth. So they're no strangers to speaking to a global audience and different types of audience. Not only, the people who attend their concerts because they are from the music industry or the entertainment industry. So this time, Namjoon, or RM, is his stage name. So Kim Namjoon is his formal name, his real name. He has been invited to speak at the APEC. APEC is Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, at the CEO Summit, okay, which is being held right now in South Korea. So what is the APEC CEO Summit? So the APEC CEO Summit is an annual gathering of global business leaders held in the same host economy as the APEC Leaders Meeting. So this year, 2025, it's in South Korea. The summit features leaders' special speeches, keynote speeches, and panel discussions with prominent speakers in a forum-style setting. It serves as a platform to address global issues and promote shared prosperity among the 21 APEC member economies. The APEC CEO Summit Korea 2025 will take place from October 28 to 31st at Gyeongju Arts Center in the Republic of Korea. The event is hosted by the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Under the theme Bridge Business Beyond, this year's summit will also include a variety of side events alongside the main program. And they did say the APEC CEO Summit is held alongside the APEC Leaders Meeting. Okay, so I believe the APEC Leaders Meeting is on the 31st and on November 1st. Okay, so RM, our beloved leader of BTS, was asked to be a keynote speaker in one of the sessions in this meeting. And his session is under the theme. So let's see if I can move there. Okay. Hope you can see that? It's under the theme Cultural and Creative Industries in the APEC region and the soft power of K culture. Okay. So, yes, it's an incredible thing that, this is a gathering of business leaders, of CEOs. And from my understanding, just looking briefly at who is in attendance in this APEC CEO now that has been running, it is the third day now, yeah? So the 3-day forum organized by the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry brought together more than 1,700 global tycoons, leaders of APEC economies, and renowned experts for discussions on artificial intelligence, digital innovation, and partnership opportunities. And one of the topics is cultural and creative industries in the APEC region and the soft power of K culture. So this is huge. And I think RM is the very first artist that has been invited to speak at this meeting. And if it's happened before, I'm sure that this is the first time an artist of this caliber, in the sense that, BTS has really a global reach. Okay? Chances are you go in the APEC region, which is Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation, in most countries or APEC economies, they know BTS, right? Sure, there will be parts of the world and maybe some people who do not know the group, but you'll be hard-pressed, really, to find someone who might, total won't know the group, or anyone in the music industry who will not know of BTS, because they've just achieved so much in their 12-year span in their careers. Okay, so they started in 2013 and it's now 2025. They're going on strong, and they will have a huge comeback next year, 2026. They just finished their military enlistment, all 7 of them, and they're preparing their new album and preparing for a world tour next year, which is going to be, I think, a phenomenal event that, everyone in the music industry or if you are in the profession of the arts, entertainment, are all going to be really tuning in because BTS is that big. Okay. So for RM to be invited to speak and be a keynote speaker at this gathering of business leaders and CEOs and leaders, okay, of countries, like our APEC economies, is, I think, a huge deal. Okay, so now this is RM. Those of us who know RM, he's very intelligent, he's very eloquent, he has a way with words. Now, English is not his primary language, but he's learned it and he's very, very articulate. He writes like poetry, yeah? The way he's been given, we know, those of us who know that he's done and he's spoken in several international events and, in English, that he has a way with words. He comes off as very charismatic and, as I said, eloquent. His choice of words just has a flow to them and a poetry to them. Maybe that's his background in terms of, he is a lyricist. He is very, he considers the choice of words very well. He uses analogies and metaphors, and he just has a way of words. And maybe also because his language, Korean, also has its own poetic rhythm and flow, and the words are beautiful, and that just impacts also, and it probably influences the way he writes his speeches. Okay, but because English is not his first language, it is amazing that he can write speeches the way he does. Okay, there's so many people, English is their first language, yet struggle, to write a speech. Okay, and there are those, English is not their first language, yet they are able to write beautiful speeches. Okay, so RM is one of those people, but more than that, it's in the delivery of the speech. So you can have a ghostwriter or someone write your speech for you, and then you deliver the speech, but then it just doesn't connect because it's also in the delivery. If you don't believe what you're saying, it doesn't show. An audience can tell right away if you're not connecting with them, or whatever it is you're talking about doesn't resonate with them. Okay, but there is something to be said about effective communication, about passion, about sincerity, and RM has always been sincere in his words, in his messaging. And of course, there's that undefinable sort of like the it factor or the X factor that Namjoon has. So let's watch him. I've seen his speech, so that's why I'm very thrilled to share this with all of you. And I would watch that speech a number of times because it just is inspirational. And maybe let's dissect it a little bit. Okay, so think about this. Yes, it's in an APEC meeting. It's Asia Pacific. He's among world leaders and business tycoons. Probably a lot of them are older than him. And there's this young man, okay, who's experienced so much already in his life, speaking in front of as I said, not his usual audience. Okay. And the topic that he is going to speak on is cultural and creative industries in the APEC region and the soft power of K culture. That's quite a heavy topic, okay? Because he's not only representing South Korea, he's representing Korean culture, okay? And in this case, his profession, the music industry, or being an artist, the arts. But let's see if, he goes beyond that and speaks for all artists, especially those from non-English speaking backgrounds. All right? Okay, shall we? All right, let's see. I need my glasses. I'm a bit blind. Okay. So, here we go. Let's do this. Okay. Try to find one that had a complete speech. I hope this one's okay. Let's check whether that is... Okay, see if that's a bit... Okay, we can go higher with resolution, so that's clearer. All right then. Are we ready to be inspired? Okay, by Kim Namjoon. All right, let's go. Take it away, RM.
It's a huge honor to be here and to meet all the leaders of APEC here in Korea, where I was born and raised. I'm honored to tell you about myself and to share my message.
Hang on. Did I really start it from the very beginning? Because I think, or maybe he did not. I have also his full speech here, so maybe later I'll read out some of my favorite parts and sections of the speech, okay? So actually he says, hello, I'm RM, the leader of BTS. So I hope that's here.
It's a huge honor to be here and to meet all the leaders of APEC here in Korea, where I was born and raised. I'm honored to tell you about myself and to share my message. I'm so proud and excited that this year, for the first time, the cultural industry was chosen as a key agenda for APEC. I'm not sure how familiar you are with K-culture or K-pop, but I'm sure you all agree that the cultural industry has great economic value and growth potential. But I'm just an artist. I am not a business leader. I don't think you want to hear any numbers or figures from me. So today I want to speak to you as a creator and an artist. I want to share my thoughts on how K-pop crossed borders to move the hearts of people. It's not something we can really calculate or measure. It's a bridge that connects worlds, and I want to bring your attention to how we can work together to build this connection for tomorrow's creative cultural ecosystem. I'm a very lucky person. I'm lucky to have met the 6 other members of BTS. I'm lucky that I met our producer, Hitman, who gave us his full support that we could make the music we love. But most importantly, I'm lucky I'm an army who accept our music, not just as a diversion, but as our shared language of life. And by the way, ARMY is the name of the official BTS fandom. For your information, the ARMY, whoo! Shout out to ARMY all over the world. And the ARMY is where I just finished my military service. I was there for 18 months. I just wanted to make sure. So, ARMY support and passion crossed all borders and opened up like brand new path for me. They gave me a voice that was heard at the Billboard Music Awards, at the Grammys, at the United Nations, and even at the White House, at such historic and symbolic events like right here at the APEC. BTS first started to go outside Korea about 10 years ago. And back then, we didn't dream of what we see today. Nothing was like this. Did you ever turn on your TV or radio and hear a song that's not in your language or in English? Probably not very often, right? I felt how hard it is to ever hear a Korean song in an English-speaking country. I saw how high a cultural barrier could be. At that time, the music of BTS was quickly called non-English foreign culture. Trying to get on mainstream media through our music was like doing an experiment and a huge challenge. It was a test to see if music in Korean can work on the global stage. We tried to get on TV to show the world our music, but the doors were closed and would not move. But as you know, we couldn't just sit around and wait. We tried to make our own opportunities. We danced in the streets. We handed out flyers to free shows. But there was something even more difficult than those. When we said we are artists from Korea, they didn't ask us about our music. They asked, "Are you from North Korea or South Korea? Where on earth is Korea?" So we had to explain where Korea was before we could even talk about our music. And that was the reality. But we overcame those barriers, and now I'm here today.
Okay. I noticed that sometimes it freezes, so sorry about that, but then it resumes, so maybe let's see how we go, yeah? I hope in the final video it doesn't freeze, yeah? But it looks like sometimes it freezes.
I'm here today sharing this precious moment with you. ARMY was the force that broke down those barriers. They used our music as the medium to carry out conversations that cross borders and languages. They were inspired by the message in the music of BTS to give to charity, to run social campaigns, and finally the world was amazed. Back then, ARMY was seen as supporters of a minority culture from Asia. Now, they shake the world as a new community and a fandom culture. Even at this very moment, they're crossing borders and breaking down barriers through the pure power of cultural solidarity. Solidarity and tolerance that know no borders. And it's an endless source of creative inspiration for me as well. There is so much cultural content around the whole world. But why K-pop? Why is it so unique? Why does K-pop create this powerful and inclusive community? It's because of the special principle of unity of K-pop. This is what enables people from such diverse backgrounds to come together just through the medium of K-pop. I like to compare K-pop music to bibimbap. And bibimbap is a traditional Korean dish. You gotta taste it. So you take pap, which is rice, then you put all kinds of vegetables, meat, flavorings on top, and mix it all up. And that's the bibimbap part. And K-pop is much the same. You take Korea's unique aesthetics, emotions, and production system, but you don't turn away elements of Western music like hip-hop, R&B, or EDM. Just like bibimbap, these parts all keep their unique identities, but mix together to make something new and fresh and delightful. K-pop is not just a genre of music. It is a 360-degree total package of music, dance, performance, visual style, storytelling, music video, and even social media. K-pop's success didn't happen because one single culture was better. K-pop's success came from respecting diversity and embracing world cultures, but still holding on to Korea's unique identity. When cultural barriers come down and different voices harmonize together, there's an explosion of creative energy. This is where ARMY's borderless solidarity came from. And this is why K-pop is loved everywhere. Culture is like a river. It flows freely, different strains sometimes coming together in harmony, just like K-pop. Coming together to carry itself far away and create something new. I like to see this creative flow of culture happen everywhere around the world. And the Asia-Pacific region has incredible dynamic cultural diversity. K-pop's shining success is proof that cultural diversity and creativity are the greatest human potential. A force with no borders, no limit to growth. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders of APEC, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite song? Do you remember seeing a painting that took your breath away? Or a book you read over and over again? We all know, we all love culture and art. And we are connected by the emotion and resonance that they awaken in us. As a creator and an artist of this generation, I'd like to use this opportunity to make a request to the leaders and distinguished guests of APEC. There are creators all around the world. Please help them. Give them the financial support so that their own creativity can bloom. Give them the opportunities so that their talents can really shine. When you think about investing in tomorrow's generations, think about culture as well as economics. Culture and art are a powerful force that moves hearts. They are the fastest messengers that carry diversity and resonance. As the leaders of APEC, your policies and support will be the canvas and playground for all the creators. The foundation for creators all over the world to pour out their creativity. When creators flourish, other elements of culture gather to form brand new aesthetics. Their content will go beyond all kinds of differences. They will blaze a road of true understanding and tolerance. They will create the power of solidarity for the future. I, too, stand by the vision of APEC. A vision that will drive diversity, inclusion, and growth through culture and creativity. As an artist, I promise that I will also let my imagination fill the canvas you will create. I will play my heart out in the playground you will build for us. I promise that I'll do my part by sending a message of courage and hope and lots of emotions through music. A message of embracing our differences to make something better together. I'd like to ask for your support for this future, and I think and I believe you can make this happen. Your support can make creators let their creativity soar. With your help, their creations will resonate around the whole world. Thank you very much.
Hey. All right. So, hang on. Let me just remove this ad. Oh, I really hope that, because I saw those portions where, some portions were freezing. And, I hope that you still were able to hear the speech, okay? So wasn't that fantastic? Bravo, yeah? Very, very impressive. And as I've said, RM writes like he's writing poetry, in everything that he does, when he expresses himself, he just has a way with words, okay? And as I said, this is someone whose primary language is not English, yet his command of the language is just pristine. Yeah. Of course, we can say that, it's not perfect. No one is. No one, unless if it is your first language. But it takes time, and practice, and especially to write. Now, there's a different ability or different skill with writing, a different skill also with speaking in public, okay, public speaking. So, but RM is up there, okay? There are a lot of world leaders who don't really have sometimes the gift to get an audience's attention, and keep them engaged and listening to you. I mean, a lot can be said also about our teachers, yeah, or university, lecturers. Some know how to engage and, captivate, and there are those who struggle with that, okay? So it is not an easy thing, okay? So, but RM just has this wonderful skill. He's as I said, such a charismatic person. He commands that platform, that podium, okay? And because his sincerity, it just comes out, he radiates that passion, that drive, that sincerity. And so it makes you listen, right? He's inspirational, okay? So, as I said, I was going to read out some of my favorite sections in his speech, but what he just said, okay, he stuck to who he is, okay, what he knows, and that is his experience working in the Korean music industry. He talks about himself as a creator and an artist, but more than that, he speaks up for all creators, all artists, all over the world, especially those who need support, yeah, to be able to really create and just maximize their talents, because it is not an equal playing field. It never is. And there are doors that are closed to a lot of these artists, even in big countries that, that have the bigger music industries. And of course, the biggest one is in the US. And those of us who know the story of BTS, it was very hard for them to penetrate also the US music industry, and a lot of artists before them, South Korean artists, and probably a lot of artists from other parts of the world where English is not their primary language, could not penetrate the US music industry, for a number of reasons. And the biggest one is, if your songs are not in English, then that's actually very, very hard to get it known, to a wider audience. So the key here, and RM gives credit so beautifully and powerfully to BTS fandom, ARMY. Now, ARMY stands for Adorable Representative, yeah, MC for Youth. Now remember, it was BTS who gave the name, and that was back in 2013. So at the time, they were very young. Most of them were in their teens and early 20s. And, then for their fans were also about that age. So that's what actually ARMY stands for, okay, ARMY. And ARMY grew with BTS. And through all the struggles that BTS experienced, ARMY experienced them too. And then ARMY really fought hard, for BTS to get their moment in the spotlight. It even started in South Korea because there are so many groups, they call them idol groups, okay, boys and girls, and it is not easy for these groups to really succeed because there's like hundreds and even maybe thousands, okay, and those few who do succeed, that depends on a lot of factors, and one of the biggest thing is the label, okay, the clout and the power and the financial backing to if a group belongs to one of those big labels, okay? And BTS, their label, Big Hit, was really not a big one back then in 2013. So now it's become this gigantic label, which now is called Hybe labels, but the label, the specific label that BTS is under is called Big Hit, yeah? So, and the umbrella sort of organization for that is Hybe labels, and it has multiple labels underneath, okay? And those entertainment companies have their own also groups, all right? So it's a bit complex. But anyway, the main one really for BTS is Big Hit, okay? But BTS was responsible for Hybe coming into fruition, okay? So ARMY, and that's the reason why RM gives a lot of credit to ARMY, is because ARMY is made up. Back then, maybe they were younger, yeah, same age as BTS. But the big question is, why is BTS able to attract this huge spectrum of fans that encompasses a very broad spectrum, yeah? The demographics are so diverse. You have the very young, you have even kids, to the senior citizens enjoying their music. And they really are loyal, okay? We can have a discussion about other groups and also how loyal and supportive their fans are. But what is it about the BTS ARMY that moves in terms of advocating for causes? As RM said, donating to charity, just having all these little engagements, crossing borders, because there are BTS ARMY organizations all over the world comprised of lawyers, teachers, doctors, and helping each other, yeah? Helping young people also with careers. You have professors and academics also who are part of the BTS ARMY. You know, there's this just phenomenal composition of the BTS ARMY. And they just don't consume, BTS music and all of that. They do something. There's a movement. They take BTS's message and translate that into action in the hopes of making the world a better place. Now, don't get me wrong. There, just like in any society, of course, in any group, any organization, there are elements of, not so good, like negative elements, all right? you can't have, that's just how it is. That's how people are. You have some of the negative stuff come with a big organization, a big entity, and because of also the very broad age groups. So some of the behaviors and all of that would be maybe less than ideal. But generally, imagine this, how Army as One believed so much in the music of BTS that it's good music, it's great music, and they're very much so passionate that the world should hear it. It is in Korean, it's not even in English, but it moves them. Now, that part I truly understand because I do love opera. I do appreciate music in different languages, okay? But for some, they don't understand it. They say, why do I want to listen to something that's not in English? Okay? It doesn't resonate with me. That's fair, that's valid. But if you look at the composition of BTS Army, we come from all over the world, and yet the music of BTS resonates with us. We don't speak, those of us who don't speak Korean still get moved by the music. We then go the extra mile of learning the lyrics, understanding the nuances of the social, cultural, political context of the songs, and really, go that extra mile. So why? Do the other groups also do that? And then if they do, why was it so hard for the other groups to penetrate the Western music industry, especially the US, even though they did try, but they couldn't? Then here's BTS, and because again of Army, and it is Army that's really critical here. This is Army is the catalyst, that pivotal sort of like moment, and that brought BTS to that stage. Why? What is it about BTS that made BTS Army move the way they did in terms of getting them to the world stage and making sure it was not a fluke or a one-night wonder thing? Okay? We're talking since 2015 in terms of like the growth internationally to up to now. Okay? The achievements of BTS are no joke. All right? So this is sustained over a number of years. And I don't think BTS Army also would listen to music that's not good, okay? Given the huge demographic, range of the fandom. So there's something there that needs to be, understood and probed and really critically discussed or, pondered on, to like really think about it. What is it? Okay. So it is very moving for BTS, and here Army, or RM is the one who's speaking on behalf also of BTS about how much they credit their success to Army. But RM, as I said, doesn't stop there. So he speaks also on behalf of all the creators and artists all over the world. So I love what he said when he talked about culture. Where was that? Culture being here. Culture is like a river. It flows freely. Different streams sometimes coming together in harmony, just like K-pop. Coming together to carry itself far away and create something new. I would like to see this creative flow of culture happen everywhere around the world. The Asia-Pacific region has incredible dynamic cultural diversity. K-pop's shining success is proof that cultural diversity and creativity are the greatest human potential, a force with no borders, no limits to growth. Very powerful statements there. And I love when he asks the audience, what is your favorite song? It reminds me of also the question that he posed to the audience when he spoke at the United Nations General Assembly the very first time. So he also asked them a question there. So anyway, what is your favorite song? Do you remember seeing a painting that took your breath away? A book you read over and over again? We all know, we all love culture and art, and we are connected by the emotion and resonance that they awaken in us. As a creator and an artist of this generation, I would like to use this opportunity to make a request to the leaders and distinguished guests of APEC. There are creators all around the world. So see, everybody now, please help them. Give them the financial support so that their own creativity can bloom. Give them the opportunity so that their talents can really shine. When you think about investing in tomorrow's generations, think about culture as well as economics. Culture and art are a powerful force that moves hearts. They are the fastest messengers that carry diversity and resonance. Fabulous words, yeah? But my favorite of all is when he acknowledges Army. So at the very beginning, he says it already. He says that he is very lucky, yeah? Let's see. So he goes, I'm a very lucky person. I'm lucky to have met the 6 other members of BTS. I'm lucky that I met our producer, Hitman Bang, who gave us his full support that we could make the music we love. But most importantly, I'm lucky I met Army, who accept our music not just as a diversion, but as our shared language of life. Doesn't that just touch you? Yeah? We are lucky to have met you, RM, Kim Namjoon, and the rest of BTS. Thank you very much for your music. Thank you very much for all that you've done for arts and entertainment, and for your country, South Korea, and those of us also from all over the world. You have brought so much joy, so much inspiration, comfort, and solace during difficult times through your music, through your shows, just for being wonderful, compassionate, humble human beings. So I hope you enjoyed this special video, which is very different. It's about the speech of RM at the APEC CEO Summit held in South Korea. So hope it gave you a lot of, food for thought. And to the future generations, to, the ones who are still dreaming, keep dreaming, dream big. Even those of us who are a bit more, who are young at hearts. And yes, let's keep dreaming. Let's keep, making this world of ours a better place. Let's do our part. Let's try not to get so angry and, and just react in a negative way to pettiness, to things that really don't deserve our energies. Let's channel all that negative energy, if we start feeling it, to a positive channel, positive avenue, turn it around. It will also be better for our health. Yeah? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. So, with that, I wish you all the very best. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Tomorrow is Jin's Anchor concert in Incheon. So I hope those of you are able to fly to South Korea, have a safe flight, have a safe stay, enjoy the concert. Those of you who've bought online tickets, have a wonderful time. I'll be there as well. And let's enjoy Jin's Ransok Jin EP Tour Anchor concerts tomorrow and on the 1st of November. Imagine that. October is gone. Oh my goodness. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or evening. Okay. Until next time, this is Beyond 1800 with BTS. Bye bye.